Welcome to Linda's Real Deal Talk Show. Hold on to your seats because we have a very interesting topic for today. Our topic for today is about Toastmasters. Have you heard of Toastmasters? Well, stay tuned. You will learn a little bit about Toastmasters. Our guest today is Shelly Bolling-Strickland from Toastmasters. Let's give Shelly a big, warm welcome. Welcome, Shelly.
Thank you, Linda.
I really appreciate you being on the show.
I am really excited because I've been following the show a little bit on your LinkedIn page, so it's been great to see this evolution.
Appreciate that. And you're a big part of it now. And so thank you for your time and your support. Let's start off by introducing yourself and let the audience get to know who you are. What would you like to share about yourself?
Well, my name is Shelly Bolling-Strickland, and I am in Toastmasters. I'm in two clubs. I'm in the Rivergate Toastmasters Club, which is based out of my job at Mid-America Regional Council. And in my second club, most recently joined A Taste of Success that Linda is a member of. And so Linda and another Toastmasters member recruited me for that club. And it's been a great experience being a Toastmaster for the past 6 years now.
6 years?
6 years.
Wow. So tell us, why did you join Toastmasters?
When I joined Toastmasters, actually, that journey started a little over 20 years ago. I was an active fundraiser for a nonprofit organization, and my supervisor was a Toastmaster. And he said, Shelly, I think you would be great at being a Toastmaster because you speak well, you write well, you would do well in this. And I'm like, I don't have time. I was a new mom, I was a new wife, I was in graduate school. I didn't have time for all that. Fast forward 15 years or so later, and I was hired on at Mid-America Regional Council, found out they had a Toastmasters Club, which is based in our building, Rivergate.
Okay.
And waited a year, and I said, okay, let's go ahead and do this thing in Toastmasters, because then I had been in my career for a while, and I said, I'm ready to think about an encore career. Maybe Toastmasters can help me to prepare for that.
Definitely. Yep, enjoy Toastmasters. I've been with Toastmasters for 15 years myself. And the reason why I joined was to help me get out of my shell, get out of my comfort zone. And the reason that keeps me coming back is because I'm giving back, and it's really refreshing to see new people come in so scared. And once they give 1 or 2, 3 speeches, it's amazing to see the confidence that they exhibit after giving 3 speeches. So I'm all for Toastmasters. And so now I'm going to ask Shelly, what are the benefits of Toastmasters?
For me, not only building my public speaking skills, I've become a better writer. I've become a more intentional communicator. I find myself thinking before I speak and write. That way I know that my message is going to be clear, it's going to be understood, and hopefully it'll be respected and acknowledged. So it taught me to think more clearly about what I want to communicate. Another benefit rather, is I'm now the official public speaker for my team at work. And so it's like, Shelly, we've got this presentation at the next staff meeting. Do you want to give it for our team? I have no problem with that. Sure, give me the material and let's do it.
Wow, yes.
And with me wanting to go into education as an encore career, I think that if I'm constantly speaking, writing, nonverbal communication, building on those skills, I'll be ready once I make that move.
Exactly. That leads into my next question. What are your goals and aspirations? What do you have coming up in your life?
So I've been in the nonprofit arena for 25 years now, and I've been really thinking about what's my next step. Do I want to still stay in nonprofit, or do I want to move to something else? And about 6 years ago, I decided to make the move of leaving nonprofit at some point and moving into higher education. I want to teach, and I want to be a facilitator. And so I figured Toastmasters would be that springboard, along with all the skills that I learned in the nonprofit arena, to help me do that.
I agree with you. That is why I'm here today. That is why you're now seeing the Real Deal Talk Show. It's because of Toastmasters. It was one of my projects communicating on video. One of the projects was to host a show, talk show, and to be on a talk show. And I did that 2 years ago. And it's just 3 months ago is when my husband helped me realize, 2 years ago, I created Linda's Real Deal Talk Show. What can I do with it now? And what came to mind was I could interview my co-authors. We just wrote a book, Stepping Up and Stepping Out. And so now I'm interviewing the authors of our book. So feel free to buy that book, Stepping Up and Stepping Out. How do you show up? It's on Amazon for $8.99. And so I would like Shelly to tell us, how can someone connect with you if they're interested in joining Toastmasters or finding more information about Toastmasters?
You can contact me via LinkedIn. I've been on LinkedIn forever, so just pull my name up. Or you can type Rivergate Toastmasters Club in a Google search, or Taste of Success as well. And you can find information about both clubs there.
Yes, sounds great, wonderful. Thank you, Shelly, for joining us. And in conclusion, I would like Shelly to share with us some words of wisdom or some tips or encouragement. What would you like to share?
I'm glad you asked that, because the other day I was thinking about my son, who is now 23, and he's getting ready to graduate from college next year. I remember when I was pregnant with him, I had just found out I was accepted to graduate school. And I'm like, how am I going to have a baby? I just got to graduate school. I haven't bought a house. His dad and I had just gotten married. How am I going to do all this? So I remember my mother telling me, she was like, just because you're pregnant does not mean that you can't fulfill your goals. It may take you a little longer, but you can do it. And so I finished my graduate degree when he was 8 or 9 years old.
Okay.
And here I am today. So I always try to give that word of advice, particularly to people that have a lot of things that they're juggling around, or adversities are hitting them.
Yes.
So stay focused.
Oh, I like that. Do you like that? Her advice is to stay focused. And I'm going to take her up on that advice. Stay focused. I love it. Thank you so much for joining the Linda's Real Deal Talk Show. Stay tuned for some more interesting topics on Toastmasters, family, and current events coming up. But in the meantime, stay real. No, we're not starting. We're doing the mic check.
Oh, we're doing the mic checks. Okay, right. Gotcha. I met him a little over 6 years ago.